And to try to bring this sort of full circle, I want to show you this. This is temperate rainforests in the southwest of New Zealand. It's from a lagoon called Okarito, and this is my idea, another idea of a slice of heaven in my own life. It was an afternoon in a kayak. I got away quite quickly from the people who were talking to each other because I couldn't believe they were here and talking, and drifted in on the tide with birds sort of whirring overhead, bellbirds and tuis. I don't know if you've ever heard the call of bellbirds and tuis. It's like liquid joy and liquid sunshine. They're called bellbirds for a reason. They sound like really fine tinkling bells. They're really unusual. These trees are very ancient trees. In terms of evolution, they're incredibly primitive. They're podocarps, and so they split off from Gondwana land very, very long time ago and never really went anywhere beyond that in an evolutionary sense. The very tall ones are my favourite trees, are the kakateas. They dominate the canopy. You can't plant one of these things and expect it to grow because it can't grow on its own. It can only grow if it's with other trees, and sometimes they're called the friendly trees, and you can kind of see why. And I think that's a really nice metaphor for a lot of the things that we get into in sustainable development as well. And this particularly brings me in mind of something that one of my students introduced me to, and that's the idea of biophilia, or love of the earth. See, I told you I was going to go on to love. And so J.S. Gould suggests that you won't be moved to save what you don't love. And so hence, actually dealing with caring and loving and some of those sorts of things is actually really important for this movement as well. It's not a technical job, although there are technical elements to the job, but there's also an emotional job to be done as well. And so I think that's really important. And I think Hannah talked about reverence, and I think that's the same sort of thing. It's capturing the same idea. So that's why I thought I'd share this treescape with you, because this is from the country of my birth, and it's one of those places that inspires me. And indeed, this is one of the places on earth that I really, really love, being in this kind of place. But it's also a case that a huge amount of the work that I do in the world, and hence how I play out what I care about, actually happens in these classrooms surrounded by you guys. And it's informed by the things you say, by the questions you ask me, and oftentimes you don't know it, but I often go away and write a lecture because somebody's asked me some question that I have no idea what the answers to. So I have to go and try to actually find out what it might be. And it's certainly, I care about your journey, and I'm very, very pleased to be able to be part of your journey through life, and I learn a lot from that. So I'd like to close by saying that I care about all of humanity on this bit of rock, that I'm quite in love with a lot of the physical manifestations of life that surrounds us here, and I care that you care about it as well. And if words matter, because certainly as academics we believe words matter, we spend a lot of time constructing words. What I did is I took my talk and I said, well, to Wordle, what are the 50 things that I care about the most? And that's what it told me. That's what we care about. So wish you very good luck with your next phase in your competition with NPower. I think you ought to win, but then I always think that because you're my students and I'm a wee bit biased in that respect. But thank you very much for coming today, and thank you for inviting me, and all power to your elbow.